You are welcome to the Wealthy Continent channel, a channel dedicated to the great people and continent of Africa. Remember, where you find yourself tomorrow is a function of the decisions and actions you take today. On our series, You Are Responsible for Your Life, we're going to be looking at the topic, what to do in challenging times. Whether you like it or not, life happens. Whether you pray for it or not, life happens. Whether you like it or not, life happens. We live in a world that is not perfect, so there are problems, there are challenges, there are difficulties that happen. And we have to understand that, there are things that we can control, there are things that we can't control. Now, when you see these challenges, you look at some life, you'll see some people, it's like they live their life without challenges. It's not that they don't have challenges, it's not that they don't have problems, but they know how to resolve things, they know how to accept things, they know how to move on with their lives. While some people, it is difficult, they find it very difficult to cope. They find it very difficult to accept situations and circumstances that they cannot control. Some can't even adjust at all, and they end up losing their life because of the situation. Now, the good thing about life is that we can always learn and add to what we know. We can always acquire skill. We can always build up capacity. If our strength fails in time of adversity, it means our strength is small. So what do we do before adversity comes? What do we do during adversity? There are things that we can learn. You want to find out, number one, the thing that is happening. Are they self-inflicted? Are there things that you caused directly by yourself? Are there things that were caused by others that still affected you? We have to know the cause of the problem. We have to understand what it is. Now, especially if it's not life-threatening, especially that things that you can still do something about. We can learn from others. It means that we need to build up capacity. And we need to be able to deal with problems. Now, we live in this world. This world has developed. It's getting better and better because problems have been solved. Problem solving is part of life. And if you can develop that skill, if you can develop that capacity, there's no way that you won't live a better life, because you will have issues and you will resolve them. You will have issues and you will deal with them. You will survive, you will excel during challenging times. One of the things that you have to know is that your spirit man and your mind must be working, because you need both during this time. During the time of challenges, what are the things that you can do to move ahead? What are the things that you can do to get better? Because whether we like it or not, that things are happening doesn't mean life doesn't move on. Life moves on, whether we like it or not. And people who don't bounce back, they look at others and say, what, they are not, sympathizing with them. They are not doing this. But everybody has their issues. So what do we need to do to bounce back quickly? What is it that we need to do to adjust? The number one thing I will always tell you is to pray to God for guidance, for wisdom. Every problem has a wisdom answer. People are overwhelmed. People are beclouded. People are terrified. People are frightened because they can't see any light at the end of the tunnel. They are terrified because they can't see. There is no hope. When the chips are down, people can't see anything in front of them. But when you pray and ask for direction, you are saying that I know there's a solution, but I don't know what it is. I need to be inspired. I need to be directed. And I believe that, you can ask for wisdom in such situation. Sometimes it might be how to go about it. It will just come to you suddenly. What to do will just come to you. So prayers, very, very important. No matter the situation you find yourself, pray and ask for guidance and ask for wisdom, ask for a way out of that situation, no matter what the situation is. The number two thing you have to have is have quality people around you. You will see on this channel, every now and then we talk about association, relationship. You need quality people in your life, people that can bring value to your life. At the same time, you are bringing value to them. So when you have these people, you can table things down. This is what I'm going through. This is what is happening. And you are going to be hearing the voice of reason. Everybody is looking for answers. They can share their experience with you, even if it's not the same thing. How they went through this, how they overcame this, what are the things that they did. They can share with you insight that will give you courage, insight that will educate you. They can give you, insight that will inspire you to move ahead. So you need quality people, people that will not just contribute, that will listen to you and know what you are going through. Many people have so many acquaintances, but few friends. I like to strongly suggest to you, develop quality relationship with quality people. You will never regret you did so. The number three thing is look for materials, resource materials. Some of these issues would have been addressed in one way or another. You can read other people's stories of how they overcame adversity, what they did, how they did it, the people they met. And from there, you are going to be getting ideas. You are going to be getting inspiration. You are going to be getting courage to move ahead. Sometimes it might even be the same situation. Then you get the wisdom to know what to do. But it is those who are looking for answers that see them. So you need to search. You need to look. And we are in the world where knowledge is everywhere. Seek knowledge. Seek for information. The things that you need to do to get out of it. The number four thing is to seek professional advice. Depending on what the situation is, there are professionals that God has blessed us with. Seek professional advice, sit with them and table everything. This is what is happening, and gain guidance on how to resolve that situation. It's not everything that we know. So we are blessed with people that you can speak to, that they've seen those situations many times. They can tell you about the situation. They can tell you about the solution. They can tell you about the experiences. You would need to seek professional advice. Don't just sit with your problem and say, I have a problem and I'm not seeking any counsel. You need to seek for counsel, right counsel, so that you move out of that situation. You move out of that circumstance. And, you are in a better position. Lastly, you need to put to work the things that you have been taught, the things that people have shared with you, the things that you have been instructed to do. There is no point you are given knowledge and you are not implementing it. You have to implement those things for you to have the desired result. So challenges are real. Situation and circumstances are real. I want you to know that you are not the first person. I'm not going to be the first. And we are not going to be the last people to have issues. But we are going to be resolving them. The things that we can do, we will do something about them. The things that there's nothing that we can do about, we just have to accept them that is life and move on with our life. That is the way that we can do something about what we are confronted with. Life moves on. So don't just sit down because you have a situation and you think that life is going to wait for you. You have to bounce back. And you have to put these things into practice. Make sure you pray about it. Make sure you speak to quality people. Make sure you get resource materials that you can go through and gain insight and gain, illumination on what to do. Make sure you seek professional counsel and put these things to work. If you do so, you will be in a better position than you were before the situation started. If you have been getting value from our videos, we would like you to consider subscribing to this channel, clicking on that like button, and sharing with others. Remember, you are a difference maker, and being different is normal. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.